Hi there, I'm Angela, and today I have a pattern review to share with you guys. If that sounds interesting, stay tuned. I've just finished piece number 6 of the capsule wardrobe that I've been working on pretty much since the beginning of the year. The other pieces are all hanging right there. And I did take a little bit of a break from it over the summer to do some other things, but I'm back to it. And this piece in particular is a new look pattern, 6246. I did the top there. It's the version that the model's wearing, the one with the longer sleeves, like 3/4 sleeves. I thought it might be interesting to do a full pattern review on this, and then I'll show you what the top looks like overall here in a moment. One thing to note about this pattern, it was published in, I think it was 2013-ish, somewhere around there. And it is no longer in print. And I got this, I can't remember if I got this new, maybe I ordered it from their website a few years back, but I did do a search for it to see how readily available it is now. And it looks like there's a copy here or there, but it was kind of hard to find copies of this on Etsy or eBay or what have you. So it may not be that accessible, but I'm thinking some of you might already have it in your pattern stash. So either way, I'm going to show you the top here on the channel, and I thought, well, I might as well just do a quick review on the pattern in case you have it already, or you can find it somewhere else if you're interested. Or you might just want to come along for the ride and see how the experience went. So let's jump in. So the pattern does have 2 tops and 2 pairs of pants. I'll hold it up here a little more closely. The main difference, or maybe the only difference between the tops, is the sleeve length. And then for the pants, I didn't make the pants, I just made the top. So it looks like with the pants, I'm going to flip it around and show you the line drawings. There's a little bit of difference in leg length, and then the longer version also has a little tie there at the ankle. So that's kind of cute. I could see making the pants at some point. Not right now because I've got to finish up this cap. But I had a good experience with the top. So if that is any indication, then the pants might do well too. So the tops are knit fabrics. I'll read the suggested fabric. Stretch knits only, interlock, jacquard knits, jersey, stretch velvet. And then the pants are woven. Lightweight to medium weight woven fabrics such as cotton, linen, and silky types, chino, crepe, crepe back satin, crepe de chine, dupioni, shantung, jacquards, sateen, satin, stretch wovens, and twill. So it kind of runs the whole gamut there for the pants. You could pretty much do the pants in like whatever you want, it sounds like. So the pattern sizes, it runs from 8 to 18. And as far as body measurements, that is, let's see, 31.5 inches bust to 40 inches bust. And then for the hip, we'll just skip the waist and go to the hip, 33.5 inches to 42 inches. And I don't think I'm not seeing where it tells centimeters, but that seems kind of strange. Maybe I'm just missing it. Unless it's on the French side, which I'm afraid to choose the wrong numbers and tell you guys, but it does give like European sizes from 34 to 44. Yeah, so for B, which is the top that I did, it only gives you the option to choose a 60-inch fabric. And for the size I made, which was the 18, and I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a second, 1.5 yards. So the fabric that I used is this, it's a rib knit that I got from Style Maker. I'll link to the fabric below. I'm pretty sure they still have it because this rib knit line seems to be one of their staples. This is the second thing that I've made out of one of their rib knits. The first one was a sleeveless turtleneck out of the same fabric, but in more of a champagne color. And it is only 50 inches wide. So I was a little worried about that because the pattern does say 60 inches and a yard and a half. I had a yard and 3/4 of this in 50 inch, and I had pretty much exactly enough. I might have had like about this much leftover length at the end of my cut left over. So before I started cutting into this, I laid all the pieces out to make sure that it would be fine. And yeah, it just made it. So I was really happy about that. This is a great fabric. I can't recommend this highly enough. It's so good. It's at least medium weight. It's not thin. I don't think it's like see-through at all. So it's a pretty decent weight. It's good for cooler months. And before we get into the adjustments that I made, just a little bit more about sewing with the pattern. The instructions were really good, really easy to follow. There wasn't anything really tricky about this pattern. It was pretty straightforward. So for sizing, I went with my high bust measurement. And then I did have to add a little bit onto the waist and the hemline around the hips. And then that was just for fit. And then for like preferences, if you can see, the model has her shirt in a little half tuck, but it was the pattern pieces as they are in the package. The shirt is not real long, and I like my knit tops to come down a little bit longer than what this one would have. So I did go ahead and add 2 inches onto the length, and it's perfect. It's just right, for my preferences at least. So that's about all I can think to share with you guys. There wasn't anything tricky about this at all. I am going to go ahead and show you a little clip of me wearing the top, like from top to bottom, so you can see the whole thing. And then when we come back, I'll go over a little bit more about what I liked, what I didn't like so much. If I made it again, what would I change and everything like that. So let's look at it right now. So what did you guys think? I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this top. And there's 3 questions that I ask myself anytime I do it, like make up a new pattern. And the first one is, do I like the way it turned out? In this case, I say yes, for sure. I love the fact that it's 3/4 length sleeve. Long sleeves would have been okay too, but the 3/4 is really good. The one thing that I'm not crazy about, and I should have maybe realized this going in, although mostly from the line drawings, and that is that it's a pretty wide opening for the neck. I don't know if you would call it a boat neck, but maybe not a true boat neck, but it kind of has that feel to it. So that's one thing that I would change. And that kind of leads me into my second question is, would I make this again? And third question is, would I change anything? So I would make this top again. And if I were to change anything, it would definitely be the neckline. I would make it more of like a rounded neck to come up to maybe about there. I mean, that's like my preference, but this is okay. The only thing, it does kind of like slip and slide occasionally, like wide open neck tops do, and then the bra strap shows, which is not the worst thing. It's very comfortable. I really like the top. It goes with a lot of things. It goes with everything in the capsule, of course. It's the whole intention of the capsule. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this top, but that is one thing that I would change if I made the pattern again. And that's pretty much it. I feel like that was kind of brief. If I left anything out or you guys have questions about the pattern, let me know in the comments. I'll be very happy to help out however I can. I do really like the top and what I'm thinking. So let me come back to that. But my next make is still sticking within my capsule plans, and it's going to be another top. This is a really old pattern. And I'm going to do, it's the version A, which looks to be the same one that the model's wearing. So that's going to be my next make. But what I thought could be really fun, so this is piece number 6 out of the 10 planned pieces. And it's kind of, because I've taken detours and done some other things in between making my capsule pieces, I feel like I'm losing steam on it. So what I thought could be really fun maybe for next week is to try on all the pieces and all the different combinations that I have and do a video about that. Let me know if you guys think that would be interesting. I feel like for me, it would kind of give me a little bit of motivation to plug through and get the last 4 pieces of this capsule done. And in the meantime, I'm still working on my cargo pants pattern. So that'll be the next video coming out. I hope to get 2 videos out next week, one with an update on the cargo pants because I didn't have an update on those this week. And then either a Friday sews or a little bit of progress on this pattern or the little fashion show with the 6 capsule pieces to date. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you have a preference, there's anything you'd like to see more than the others, and take that into consideration. I hope that you guys have a great weekend. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. And let me know what you're working on this weekend in the comments. I hope that you get some sewing in if that's what you would like to do. And until next week, bye.